Hey, it's Jay from Sludge Central, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. I recently went to a toy show, and it was the same toy show that, if you follow me for a while, you might remember me getting this Slimer figure from the Ghostbusters Power Cycle. So that was like one of the best toy shows. There were so many tables outdoors. It was really cool, and it was at an awesome toy store. I haven't been to a toy show in a while, so I wanted to venture out, take a little bit of a road trip down south, and see what I see. Maybe I'll find something that entices me to want to make a purchase. It was unlikely, but possible. I'm going to tell you all about that. I remember when I was a kid, there was a lot of phones in the shape of other objects. One of the popular ones was the hamburger phone. There was the Sports Illustrated football phone. As if it wasn't famous enough just by those commercials, then it was in Wayne's World too.
He received a Sports Illustrated football phone.
So needless to say, we had a lot of things that became phones. You know, if you wanted to talk on a hamburger, that was the decade to be in. I would say the weirdest phone I had was a 1989 Batmobile that I would just pick up and talk to. I think, if you're not used to seeing that, I think nowadays, if you were on a Batmobile cell phone, might seem kind of random. People have phone cases that are in the shape of other things, so I'm sure it's out there if you wanted to talk on a Batmobile. So then I started Googling what types of things were phones. I'm seeing all kinds of different, what other food, like a banana, if you want to talk on a banana, talk on a football. I'm sure any sports ball would have been available, most likely, if you were a big soccer fan. I didn't Google it, but I'm positive there was probably a soccer phone. But that's why you have the Google search and Pinterest and the internet. So what came to me was, how come there is no donut phone? Why is there not a donut phone? So then I started Googling, like, is there a donut phone? And it didn't really seem like there was a donut phone. We'll have to fact check that. So it's an interesting thing. And I thought to myself, I did get myself, if you follow me on Instagram, got some Dunkin' Donuts. Of course, this is the second time that I've reviewed a donut on here. You guys are going to be wondering, I thought this guy ate healthy. Well, all bets are off when there's an orange and vanilla donut at Dunkin'. Holy moly. What a great flavor that is. Here it is. And for those of you who do not follow the ways of Dunkin', maybe you're Krispy Kreme. That's fine. Hey, you do you. I am a Dunkin' Donuts guy. I love Entenmann's, but I'll tell you something. A good Dunkin' Donut, you can't beat it. So I'm going to use a cutting utensil. And I made a nice, look at that cut. Picture perfect. Okay. Let me see if I can make a call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, this is my orange and vanilla donut phone.
Who is this?
You would like one for yourself?
I don't know.
That will be 4 installments of $9.99 plus shipping and handling, no CODs. I'm telling you, the orange and vanilla donut phone, it's taken the world by storm. Forget the iPhone 17. You are going to want one of these for yourself for communication purposes and various 1-900 numbers. You know what? Maybe I should try it. Should I try the donut phone? It might malfunction if I eat it, but it's just too good to not. Hot damn. That's a good donut phone. Let me tell you about some figures I got. It's a little redundant because last time I was showing you the Danzig figures, and this time I've got the Misfits figures, Super 7 figures in the style of Masters of the Universe. Do one of my favorite bands of all time from Jersey. I'm going to want them in action figure form. And what a presentation. I don't know who this artist was, but they understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Do Misfits if they were in the Masters of the Universe line. So you got the skulls in the back coming up, very much like that Masters card back. And the figures look so phenomenal. Oh my God. And then there's this one here too. Yeah, these are so cool. I love these figures. We're spoiled. We're spoiled now. You know what else? I got some other stuff too. So this is the Masters. Oh, I can't even fit this. Masters of the Universe. Battle for Eternia. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Hello?
This is Jay from Sludge Central.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Oh, you were interested in the Battle for Eternia phone. Okay. Uh-huh.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
okay. Anytime I do a fake phone conversation, it's stolen from the Brady Bunch movies. Mike Brady in that, so good. Gary Cole, hysterical. That was not me farting, by the way. That was this box. Look how shiny this box is. And the artwork on the back. Oh my God, look at that. It's so good. If you're a He-Man fan and not an Origins mark, I just don't know how that's possible. Look at this. This is unreal. How did we get so lucky? I'm going to start telling you about the toy show, of course. I got a couple things from the get-go. These are 7-Up and Cherry 7-Up, pretty much like made for dolls, made for probably Barbie dolls. But of course, I will not use these for dolls. They are for action figures, number one. Get it straight, okay? And they will be in the locker room at the next WWE house show for my figure federation. And yes, that is a thing. So you got a 7-Up and Cherry 7-Up cooler for the mini 7-Ups. We're in business. Some diet sodas, forget it. Forget about it. I get myself into all these projects. This is the McFarlane Superpowers action figure. Oh, wait, his head is... That's the headless Batman. There we go. I got a second one because I wanted to switch his head. I wanted to pull his head off and switch it out with a new head. Wouldn't that be great? Like in Return to Oz, the witch just takes her head off, goes to the wall of heads, takes a new head, puts it on. Maybe you're just not feeling like, I'm not feeling myself today. I need a new head. Go to the wall of heads, the max headroom. So anyway, I'm trying to pull this bat head off. Ozzy style, you know what I'm saying? Like just gnaw it right off. It ain't coming off. I know that you got to heat it. I was heating it with the blow dryer. It was not working, not coming off, not easy. I've got the replacement head. I can't wait to replace it. So that's that. All right, to the toy show, Robin. I went down to Maze Landing, and while I'm sure you can imagine where my mind wanders when I think of Maze Landing, the toy store that hosts the show is adjacent to a cemetery, so it gave it some spooky vibes. Right now, I'm going to walk you through some of the things that I saw as I was going through this toy show. A lot of cool random stuff. There was a Michelangelo taking a leak in the corner, Thrillsville, right next to the Porto Johns, which is weird because he could have just used one of them and been a civilized turtle. You would think he grew up in the sewer. There was an awesome Empire Strikes Back poster, some My Pet Monsters. It's always eye candy when you're at one of these things, just to stare at everything and have that rush of memories come back to you. The requisite treasure chest of McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Inside, they have this museum of toys, which is so cool. Then I went to this other antique store that my friend Bob recommended. This old Wonder Woman clock. It's like a poster clock. It was really a multi-function decoration. There was just a mess, an endless mess of things to look at and inspect and gaze at. You could literally be in there for hours upon hours. This Big Bird ride-on toy. Something about those ride-on toys, I think they're so cool. The random Hustler Munsters movie poster, which is completely appropriate. Lot of old Halloween decorations. Fred Krueger, mom. Fred Krueger. I really didn't expect to find anything, but I got two other things. I got a pack of 1989 Batman cards, which I will rip open and go through them with you. And then something I'm very excited to show you. All right, it's time to get to the cards. Let me pull the cards out. All new second series. It's not as memorable as the first series with the white. I think this is the yellow, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm ripping this open, not even on camera. Dope. Dope. All right, here we go. Let's see. Crap. Well, Miss Vale. Ah, there we go. That's all we needed right there. Love Vicky Vale. Oh man, these bring back so many memories. I love these cards. I was such a huge fan. Obviously, anything Batman was always for me. Look at that. Man, glad I bought them. This is like a double pack. It's not one of those like single packs. So you get more bang for your buck. And then the main thing that I picked up, we recently did a bonus show on the Purple Stuff Podcast Patreon. That's patreon.com/purple stuff about ET merch. I did not bring this up, but I've always wanted it as a conversation piece, like when you're at a dinner party. So I've got this ET phone. Which, I will make calls to the Freddy Krueger hotline,
Dial this number now if you dare.
the NKOTB hotline,
1-900-9095-KID.
KISS hotline.
Plug into the KISS hotline.
That kid is like, Mom, I'm talking on an ET phone. Can you believe it? Wow. I feel like this is one of the most logical things they could have come out with. It's a toy phone using the whole ET phone home theme, because that was, the whole thing in the movie. He's got to contact his peeps up in space. So I don't know. I think this is great. I have not opened it yet, but I think that, I'm obviously going to have to. I just so happen to have a knife. Got to clean it off first. There's donut schmutz all over it. It's like right off the shelf. It's still got all the cardboard and everything. Like if you're an ET aficionado, oh, come on. That's great. That's awesome. And then there's this tube. I didn't hook the tube up yet. Let's see how that goes. Tubular. Okay, and then I think probably needs batteries, well, it doesn't work. All right, so I got my ET phone. Son of a bitch. Okay, here's my ET phone. I don't know if I like this cord. The cord leaves something to be desired. Because, usually the cord comes out of the bottom. Well, whatever. This is an ET phone, and I think it's such a cool piece. Because if you're going to phone home, this is the phone you want to do it on.
Don't hang up on me.
So it was a great toy show. I think I'm going to try to head back to a couple more this year. Most of the time, I do my round, then I'm out. This time, I took my time, found a couple of cool things, and it was a good time. And remember, listen, when you want to reach out and touch someone, you call.
Children, get your parents' permission before you dial.
All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me here at Sludge Central. This is Jay, signing off.